There was a big patch on Tuesday, 29th of March, and with it came some big changes to the research notes and the Tier 3 Jade Bot modules. So in this video, we will talk about those changes. We will start with research notes. I already made a previous guide that explained how the system works in detail. You will find a link for it in the comments and description. But with that latest patch, trinkets no longer give the same amounts as armor and weapons, although the difference is still not huge. However, armor and weapons are still the same across all recipes, except in the master exotic ones. So now let's talk about all those values together. For armor and weapons, novice recipes will give on average 1 research note, initiate recipes will give 3 research notes, apprentice recipes on average will give 5 research notes, Journeyman recipes on average will give 6 research notes, and Adept recipes no longer give the same amount, and it has been significantly reduced and it is now equal to the apprentice recipes, which is an average of 5 research notes. As for the trinkets, novice recipes will give 1 research note, initiate recipes will give 2 research notes, apprentice will give on average 3 research notes, Journeyman recipes will give on average 4, and Adept on average will give 5 research notes. The master exotic recipes for armor, weapons, and trinkets now give a different outcome. For exotic weapons, you will get on average 40 to 50 research notes. For exotic armor, you will get 75 research notes. And exotic trinkets now give more than the weapons and armor, and they will give between 75 and 100 research notes on average. Please note that there is always a chance of getting a little extra research when salvaging items. You will find all those values below in the comments and description, and they will also be updated in the main video I made on the research notes. As for the Jade Bot modules, you can now buy the components needed for the Tier 3 Jade Bot modules directly from certain vendors. If you don't know what are the Jade Bot modules or how to get them, I will leave a link for the guide in the comments and description. The first vendor is an Arborstone besides the Strike Mission portal, and they will sell 2 components: Recovered Hover Engine, which is needed for Gliding Booster Tier 3, and Medical Data Cell, which is needed for Rescue Protocol Tier 3. Each one will cost 250 green profit shards and 1000 research notes. You get the shards by doing End of Dragon's strike missions, and you will find the research notes video in the comments and description. The second vendor is in Setung province in the Royal Court, which is besides the monastery waypoint, and you can buy all the other components for all the other Tier 3 modules from that vendor. You can only buy items from that vendor when you finish an achievement called the Jade Vault. This achievement requires you to find 4 different jade statuettes and then return them to the vendor. You get each one of those statuettes by doing each one of the End of Dragon's map meta events, and you can also buy them directly from the trading post. Each component will cost 2500 Imperial Favor and 1000 research notes. You get Imperial Favor by doing events in End of Dragon's maps and by consuming those items, which you also get by doing End of Dragon's events. And consuming each red will give you 5 Imperial Favor. After you get the component needed, talk to the vendor beside any Jade Bot workbench, and you can now buy the Tier 3 module. Keep in mind that you will also need the Tier 2 of that module and 300 research notes. All of this is explained in the Jade Bot guide I made, and you will find a link for it in the comments and description. If you found this guide helpful, please give it a like. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next guide.